I've gained 160,000 views across my faceless YouTube channel and my personal brand. Not only am I going to tell you what you need to know in order to grow your channel, but also share some of the biggest challenges I've faced on YouTube. If you forget this, it will destroy your channel's growth. And it all starts at the first lesson that I learned was finding outlier videos. This is the main reason why my videos have started to gain traction. You see, before I even started posting better videos, I started to get 500 views, 700 views. Thankfully, I came across a video that showed me exactly how to find these types of ideas. First, create a new YouTube account, type in a few words into the search bar that fit your niche, and boom, your home feed is now filled with videos in your niche on the new account. But here's the golden ticket. You want to find videos that have a high amount of views, but the person only has like a few subscribers or it's way less than the amount of views on the video. What you then want to do now is get a Google Doc sheet or a Discord server and just start posting a bunch of videos that are within your niche that are outliers. Lesson number 2 is to, for the love of God, study your analytics. Everyone likes to look up videos on how to grow on YouTube, but the vast majority of your knowledge is actually at your fingertips. Seriously, after you have a bank of YouTube videos posted already, go back into your analytics and study these 3 metrics: the retention graph, the CTR number, and how they found the video. So for example, here we are on my analytics page, and if we just want to go to one of my recent videos and hit the analytics tab, hit engagement, and we can see literally where people clicked off and find out why. So immediately I'm looking at the intro and I can see that sure, maybe 60% of the people stayed around after the intro, but what happened to the other 40%? Maybe the hook wasn't good enough, or it just wasn't appealing to the viewers anymore. These are the questions that you can ask yourself when looking at your graph and say, where did I mess up and how can I fix it? The second metric is obviously CTR, which I have a 5.6 click-through rate on this video. Remember how I said earlier that finding outlier videos is a good idea? Well, your CTR percentage is a huge part of that. Think about it like this. Every time you log on to the YouTube homepage, you're subconsciously looking for a video that suits your needs or that you just like the look of. And you're judging your pick off of 2 things: the thumbnail and the title. I know that this sounds like really common knowledge, but it is not hammered in enough. What I've learned is that usually after I post a video, I'll wait a day or 2 and watch the CTR percentage to see if it's really good or not. Typically, if your percentage is around like 6 to 9%, then you're doing really good. If it's below that, then maybe try some new titles or a thumbnail change. And finally, the third metric is how people found your video. This one is really not talked about often, and it's actually really important. If we go back to the video example, we can see on the same page that 96.8% of my views are coming from browse features, so this is good. If this percentage is low, then that means that YouTube isn't really pushing your content and something has to change. Lesson number 3 is that more editing doesn't mean a better video. Okay, look, so I'm sure we've all fallen into this trap to where we think if we edit the video better, or if we add more sound effects or a different soundtrack, then the retention will be higher or people will stay longer. But that's just not the case. This took me a while to learn, but the key to a better video isn't more editing. It's actually about the story. Take these 2 graphs for example. Both videos had very good editing, but which one do you think had a better story? Obviously the one with flatter retention, right? That's because I took the time to craft a better story and it kept people hooked. I mean, think about it. When's the last time you watched a video that kept you hooked that didn't have a story? Did you even think of one? I mean, unless it's like a Photoshop tutorial, you know? All I'm gonna say is the better the story, the longer people are going to stay, which turns into more views. And for the last and final lesson, number 4, is be careful of mixing long form content with short form content. This one is a bit controversial as some say that shorts are the best way of going viral in 2024.
What's your relationship right now with short form content?
I mean, it's a no-brainer. You should be doing it.
While others say that it could ruin your channel, I personally believe it's a mix of both. If you like me, are trying to make long form content, then I highly suggest that you post one short with your long form. YouTube has this feature to where you could tie long form videos into your shorts. That way people who are actually interested in the content can go view it. I do this on every single short that I have because it's a great way to get new viewers on your content. However, if you break this balance, then it'll get really overpowered by shorts because YouTube has two different audiences, one for short form content and the other for long form. You gotta think, the shorts viewers have a shorter retention span and are only willing to commit to like 30 seconds or so on your content. So whenever YouTube tries to push out your long form videos to them, they're not gonna stay really, and that's gonna hurt your performance. So if you do try to mix short form with long form, then please always link your videos. So that is the 4 lessons that I learned on YouTube so far, and I will see you guys in the next video.